Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails Through Daybreak. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode, we got a new party member. It looks like we're back in Longport, actually. Eastern Hot Springs Village, Long Glide. No, the last time we saw this was at the end of Reverie. Oh, so I think we're about to meet the character I've been most interested in meeting since then. Yes, there she is. Oh, she has future party member written all over her, and she's probably not wearing pants. But you know what? We are very used to that type of character design at this point. Southern Canopy, Ishgal Mountains. Oh, she's awesome. I knew I was going to like her, though, even all the way back in Reverie.
Zeroth form. Duality.
Oh. Wait, what? I'm assuming she cut it in half.
Thank goodness. Looks like I'm in good form tonight.
Yes.
I wasn't sure I could even perfect the Zeroth form after being told to do it out of nowhere.
She was told to do it, but isn't she? Well, I'll let her say it first. But who can tell her to do that?
But I think I've earned the right to hold my head up high to Master's younger disciple now.
Aha, we know who she's talking about.
Not that I can see him joining us up on stage anytime soon.
Yeah, dude, let bro rest. Oh my Adios, let him rest.
All is ready, princess.
We know who that is as well. It's Alejandro Saab, yet again.
In record time, too. We couldn't have asked for a bigger client, and this is the first long-term contract we've had in a while.
That's like, that's like the third or fourth character he's voiced.
We can afford to take it easy for our first task, at least.
It's definitely 4. He was Mr. Nukes, Dante's, he's this guy, and then he's, oh my gosh, Sharid. So they're getting...
But the time has come to reaffirm our existence to the world.
Why the...
Tread lightly, for the Ikaruga lurk in the shadows.
Is there a reason she picked now of all times?
So she noticed us. I should have known we couldn't deceive the Divine Blade of Silver.
Oh-ho!
This is a reconnaissance and force mission. We only need to assess their capabilities, not win the battle. Our foes are both above S rank in strength. Strike in the Blitz Halberd formation. Yeah!
Divine Blade and Silver. Ooh, they got a sniper trained on her? Of course she knows. Yeah, she's like, I see you. Oh, this guy, finally.
I plan to depart for the east after speaking with him.
Him probably being Geraint.
How fortunate that I was able to catch a glimpse of the Living Legend's covert student before doing so.
The Living Legend? He can't be talking about Master.
I cannot help but wonder what she fights for with those unusual talents of hers.
So he's got some sort of connection to the Ikaruga then? Or maybe just the Master. He's the right age for it. Oh.
But that mystery, along with what lurks here beneath the Conlone Mountains under Calvert's stormy skies, will have to wait. Now is not the time to investigate further. Though it would be a shame to let this encounter go to waste.
He's wearing... Okay, well, I guess it's still... Because he's definitely got an eye patch, I think, if I remember correctly from the opening.
It might be worth pitting my own greenhorn student against her to see how he fares.
This is Reen's... This is oh my gosh. Van's master? He's got to be talking about Van. But then Van... Okay, well, I guess Van is trained under a whole lot of people. But yes, the Divine Blade and Silver... Definitely let's get her on the team. And I've been fiending to have her on the team since, like I said, Reverie. So I'm guessing we're going to go there for like a bit of art. Wait, we're still in? No, this isn't Basel. Okay, I figured they would both show up. Because we basically already had her join chapter.
I have to admit, I never thought you would be the one asking to go out with me.
I highly doubt that she's interested in Maxim Lugan. But yes, we basically already had her introduction chapter way back during the film festival. She just didn't join up. So I'm fully expecting for both her and who I'm assuming to be Van's master to join this go round.
We did appear at an event together. Was that all it took to spark such a passionate plea?
All right, bro, calm down.
I'd like to believe I put more passion into my films than anyone, if nothing else. I'm sure it's the same with you and racing. And now these two passionate souls can finally have the talk I've always wanted.
So it's kind of crazy how she's a master actress, except when she's trying to fool us about Grimcat. She said she's awful with that. But I'm sure she's probably just setting him up to maybe steal a car from him?
Even if I feel bad for your girlfriend and fans for meeting with you like this.
Oh, Maxim's really not supposed to be meeting her here like this then.
My partner in life is my Carl, have you know?
Oh, does she know? Does your girlfriend know that?
Of course. I have been known to savor some special moments with only the most beautiful of women.
Does your girlfriend know that?
Oh, look at you, laying on the charm. So, no girlfriend? Could I take that to mean that you also don't have a wife or kids?
Oh, okay. She assumed and he was like, oh no, there's nobody. But yeah, he's like, I'm completely available.
Of course I don't.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to win any acting awards anytime soon.
Anyway, it would be a shame to just let the evening end with dinner now that we're together like this. What do you say to joining me for a drive on the expressway? As for whether that will be where the night ends, well, that will be up to us.
Oh. He sure is used to this. He makes even cringeworthy lines like that seem totally natural.
Maybe he does have a knack for acting then.
Whatever. This is my chance to see if there's any truth to that rumor about him traveling the country.
And Maxim was up to some, like, he seemed pretty shady the last couple of times we've encountered him.
That's fine by me. I'm looking forward to seeing how fast you can...
Already? She definitely set this up.
What was...
Z1 racer Maxim Lugan. I'm a reporter with Buzzraider magazine. Think we could steal a few minutes of your time?
Buzzraider? Not the gossip rag that's even worse than Meld.
I'll take that as a yes. Excellent. So, we know you've been everywhere from Tharbad and Longport to Messeldom and Crossbell in the past 3 months.
Yeah, that is super suspect, isn't it?
You're a bit of a globetrotter in your off time, wouldn't you say? Now, it's clear you've been living up to your single status to find yourself a girl in every town.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Then could it be you're on the hunt for one here in Edith now, too?
How did you... Have you been following me everywhere I go?
I was about to say that I'm sure there's more to Maxim than meets the eye, because Falcom likes doing that and it's put me on guard for his character type, but I've been wrong before.
I'll admit that I spend my nights out on the town, but that's not why I'm traveling around.
Holy cannoli!
Instantly spotted her, yeah. Yeah.
Wait, she's got nothing to do with...
Honestly, dude, the situation speaks for itself.
I can't believe what a scoop we have on our hands. Meld's gonna be eating our dust with this one. So, how long have the two of you been dating, Miss Judith Lanster?
So I'm guessing she's gonna come to us to help us to help her out of this particular jam. The Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak. But alright, things are heating up. November 9th. November 9th, 12:08, 10:30 a.m. So we've been showing... This thing's so cool! It's a mechanical wolf, right? Awesome! Oh, are these her little friends? It looks really strong, too. He's like some kind of guardian beast from a fairy tale. He's awesome. He is. He's living with us now. Aren't you, Zeros? Dude, I'm not a dog person in real life, but I would absolutely have a Zeros. That thing is so cool. Not a Theo, though. Definitely a Zeros. He can bark, too? Can we pet him? Sure, he's dangerous, but not to you guys. Easy, you two. Don't upset him. Aww. That Van's just a magnet for strange types, isn't he? The new lad and his animals seem like a good bunch, but still. Well, even better than good, since they've made Yume the happiest I've seen in a while. She is just the cutest darn thing you ever did see. You're always like a different person when you're talking about her. And I like that Van is broadening his circle of friends and acquaintances. It's nice to see. Right, they can't all be shady, seedy underbelly types. Oh, they're back.
Market purchase is complete.
Oh, maybe I do want a Theo.
5 kilograms of mussels, 3 kilograms of shrimp, and 2 kilograms of artichokes purchased. Please confirm.
Thanks, Theo. I can tell you picked the freshest ones, too. Incredible how quickly technology has advanced. You're telling me! The Capel was 6 years ago! Ugh, now I sound really old. It sure has gotten livelier around here compared to where Van was working by his lonesome, though. They're all growing boys and girls, too, so I want to be sure to give them all the food they need. They're such good landlords. Like, the only good landlords. Intermission, a mysterious tale and long lie. Why is it?
So let's shift the topic toward the Genesis and Van's Grendel.
Okay, so of course Quatre came in and immediately got to work.
Unfortunately, I don't think it'll be possible to learn anything about the Genesis' nature from them directly.
Well, you have to glean the information from how they behave, I guess?
They appear to have some kind of protection, akin to artifacts, keeping their secrets from us.
Seeing them all laid out together like that, it's kind of making me want to buy like a collection of them. Like acrylic versions of the Genesis. Like Vongola rings.
I can't fathom why they only react to on yes either. It does feel as though the Mafia knows a fair amount about them, though.
Everybody knows about these things, which is actually insane when you think about it. I had a feeling you wouldn't be able to learn anything from them. That'd be too easy. Mind you, Almada is also somewhat in the dark when it comes to the Genesis. They're able to make use of them, but I doubt they know the finer details, which leaves them in the same spot as us. Yeah, I get the impression they don't know how they're doing what they're doing with them. They just have an idea of what they can do. They're more like disposable tools to whip out for whatever they want to do at any given point. It makes me mad that they're using them that way, but there's no better way of putting it. We've taken 4 back from them so far, and that's how it seemed every time. Yeah, as much as it pisses me off, they don't seem to give a damn about what happens to a Genesis after they're done with it. Worth noting here that they do seem to be pretty consistent in how they've used the Genesis too. Yes, I agree. They've referred to everything they've done as an experiment. Whether it's manipulating people's vital energies, interfering with their minds, or installing a human's personality into a machine. Almada has kept using the Genesis as a trigger for various kinds of unnatural phenomena. Yeah, I think that's an important fact to bear in mind if we're going to get to the bottom of this. Fortunately, in all of the cases we've seen, the phenomenon triggered hasn't reoccurred once it's been stopped. But there is one particular phenomenon that Almada isn't behind that's happened again and again. Which, oh, the Grendel. Oh. I gotcha. Van's transformation into the Grendel, correct? That's right. The ability to reproduce results for further study is a crucial factor in science and engineering. That empirical method, baby. There's also a lot we don't know about the Grendel, but what we do know now is that it's comprised of exceedingly high-density shards. Oh, alright, well. We also know that Van's hollow mare appears when activating it, or rather, a version of her that possesses free will appears. Yeah.
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
Mare, incidentally, is a custom holo developed at Marduk. Her source code is classified, but she was created using AI knowledge purchased from multiple companies. Ah, so there's no one wunderkind that we can go to in order to find out more. We can't find her parent the same way we can with Pakel, for example. However, it goes without saying that the holo designed by Marduk does not have free will. And that's normal. The holos that the rest of us use also talk, but you can't have a conversation with them. But when she shows up to help Van transform, she's clearly got a sense of self. It's theoretically possible she's programmed to only seem that way on the surface, but I'm inclined to agree. Same here. They need to program an obscene number of possible responses to give the illusion of free will. She doesn't even have enough space for that much code, right? Yes, if they did have something backdoored in it, Van's, I'm sure whatever kind of storage space or RAM on Van's thing would be at capacity so much she couldn't even use it for anything else. That's correct. She takes up only marginally more space on your Zypha than the holos that everyone else uses. We would need to perform a special test to be absolutely sure either way. So we gotta put Van's life in danger. But the mare that possesses free will seems to be a life form comprised entirely of data. I don't think I can even wrap my head around that idea. This is sounding real shady all of a sudden. Now, if for argument's sake we assume that Mare is an AI app that's achieved free will, the trigger for that would have to be the Genesis, no? That's what I was thinking, yeah. Then again, I hate to say this in front of you, Rosette, but I can't say I fully trust anything Marduk says or does. You needn't worry about causing offense. I understand why you would feel that way. Thanks. Still, I think that even they have their limits. I can't help but wonder exactly where the material that formed her source code came from. But I can't imagine they entrusted her to Van believing that she would exhibit so much unusual behavior. Yes, something that was that powerful would absolutely have been kept under wraps, not freely given out to test. So I think the root of the cause lies in Professor Epstein's legacy rather than her. Incidentally, an AI gaining free will is one thing that would qualify as a technological singularity. Yeah, which would mean that, put another way, something happened to Mare that allowed her to evolve past that massive hurdle. Maybe she touched a previous singularity, one that happened not too long ago, for example. Evolve? Now we're really in the goddess's territory. The testaments suggest that evolution was a process intended to let we humans shape the world around us. It's also described as what's helped us bring about our latent potential. That was from the Book of Shahat, verse 2. Shakanan's letter, I think. Oh my 80os! Sunday school is really thorough with their pupils, I'll give them that. Anyway, I think I get what you're saying. Like, geez, they're quoting what holy text verses? Because I doubt they call it a Bible. You want to have a chance to observe everything, right? Mare's appearance, the shards going berserk, in short, everything that happens from the start to me going Grendel. You want to see it all, including what role the Genesis play in it. Oh. Exactly. I think that knowledge will help me support Agnes in her quest for answers, too. It might also let you call on the Grendel's power in a less haphazard and dangerous way. What do you think? Does that work for you? I mean, yeah, he wants answers, too. Sure. We've got 5 Genesis so far, which leaves 3 still out there to recover. We can't be sure the Mafia has the rest, but if we get any more chances to stop them from causing any trouble, we should take them. And if I end up with a good excuse to transform in our future work, we'll give it a shot. As long as we have a Genesis on hand, we should be able to brute force whatever the other transformation conditions are. So far, the other transformation condition seems to be mortal danger, or Van protecting somebody from mortal danger. Then we just gotta grab Mare Bear when she shows up, right? That's about the short of it. I've already added the sensors necessary to observe her and record it all to Theo. This could be a little dangerous, but I think it'll be worth our while to try. Don't worry, I'll have you guys there to back me up, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Of course you will. We'll be right there with you all the way. This sounds like it could be fun. I will be there to give any technology-related support that you may need. We can't do any of this without a Genesis being there. If you're not on board, we won't go ahead with it. It's not that. I can't deny that I'm worried you might be hurt in the process. But the chances of us learning something more about the Genesis and the Grendel through this are promising. So I'll do all that I can to support you. Then it's settled. Alright, then let's get started on today's work. I'm gonna need a few of you to handle some other stuff, but Quatre's trial period ain't over yet, so he's coming with me.
That works for me. Though, I honestly can't imagine it would take me long to grasp exactly what you do here.
You already had it down pat way back in Basel.
But go ahead and show me exactly what being a Spriggan is all about.
I'll back you up to the best of my ability. Alright, so we'll select one additional... Okay, I was gonna pick Agnes anyways. And we never ran this group, so... Orbans can now be customized from the main menu. Wait, what? Now that Quatre has become an ally, you can modify Orbans. Huh. Just like in Orban shots, you can now unlock slots, set art plugins, and change Zypha covers. Interesting.
Time to update this.
Oh. Wonder if they'll give Tita the same ability. Probably not. Huh? Speak up, Missy. You want me to teach? Was that it? Yes, please. I'm looking for a guest teacher for their history lessons, and I think you'd make a wonderful lecturer. Is it because she's old? All the other elders in the neighborhood directed me to you. They said you would be the best for the job. Those backstabbing little... Right. Definitely passed the buck right to her. And now she can't say no. She's the last one left. Look, I need some show pony you can parade around to keep kids busy. Leave me alone, damn it. What? No, that's not what I meant. I mean, what's the harm anyway? What's the harm? What's the harm? Ask my privacy. They seem quite animated today. Just ignore them. We don't need to hit up Gein's shop right now anyway. I wanted to see if she had anything new. Oh, check it out.
Dawdling and buy something.
Right, and I am way behind on these Tyrell Times issues.
Stay out of trouble now.
I don't read them anyway, so it's all good. And it'll come back to bite me. It always does. But you know what? It's all good. Alright, because I didn't mean to do that. Grilled stone stew, hearty Doria. We can't make any of those.
What'll it be, hun?
And she's got all the same stuff. I really need to eat a little more. Where do we... Alright.
Oh, why hello. Looking is always free, you know. Come back for
Strawberry
more
financier.
Time.
What about... Oh.
Welcome.
I mean, you guys have been outmoded, basically, but we can't exchange our Mira with him. Bargain bin.
Do you know what you want?
Azure Excel Watch. Gift for Aaron. The Zypha covers are just gifts now? Alright, well.
I hope to see you again.
Because it's just that one, because I know I've seen purchasable ones. Oh, she's more personable now? That's cool.
Do you know what you want?
Tin coin.
I hope to see you again.
Because I know I've seen them for sale, but this one in particular is just for Aaron. And we've got a bunch of connection events we can do as well. So I'll probably actually just do all of those. We can do ones for the sisters now too? Alright, well. Ooh, a sub-event. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, well, what's up? Whew, looking good. Still gotta work on my stomach a bit, though. Van? What are you guys doing here? Oh, right. He did say your office was around here. I kind of forgot. Dingo, I take it? Mm-hmm. We're just above the Montmartre Bistro. You mean the same place Dingo treated me to? Huh, I had no idea. So what brings you here, Marielle? Are you here for work? Or maybe you're here for a little bath date with Dingo. No way! I'm saying alone. I'm alone. Public baths? Is that what this is? Yep. Didn't have them over in Basel? So the other day I got my first scoop on the job. Well, kinda. I asked Dingo for a little bonus for my work and he ended up treating me to lunch. He went off to do his own stuff afterward, but not before recommending the public baths to me. I didn't realize they had a sauna too. He just might have made a regular out of me. Right? Place rules. You've got a good eye and a good taste, young lass. On the subject, are there supposed to be these milk bottles strewn about the place? I'm sure she just really likes the milk. Oh, that's Frito-Lay. I've had some and it's really good. Better than coffee even. Yeah, about that. I won a lifetime supply of Frito-Lay the other day. Whoa, looks that on maximum. I didn't think it actually meant lifetime. It just keeps coming and coming. I finish a pallet and another pops up at my door. A pallet of Frito-Lay? So how about I give you some? Waste not, want not. Oh, sure thing. Trust me, I couldn't drink them all if I tried. My poor aching stomach. Can we really? Thank you very much. Would you like some as well, Quatre? Is that all right? I admit I'm curious. I haven't had Frito-Lay before. Received 2 Frito-Lay? Yeah, according to Dingo, she's just stupid lucky. Oh, the event is in the baths. All right, well. Hey, Van. Do my eyes deceive me, or do I see you've made yet another new friend? And a pretty one at that. Say, since you're here, why don't you hop in for a little dip? Guaranteed you'll love it here. This place is real nice. Got a legit sauna and everything. I can show you how to get the most out of it if you're game. I'm good, thanks. I just had a shower this morning, so it's a bit soon to wash up again. He bathes in the morning? Alright, well. Don't let me stop you, though. If the rest of you want to take a bath, go ahead. I don't mind waiting. You sure? Shame. I was looking forward to inducting you as an honorary sauna sage. What? I don't know if I like the sound of that. Come on, Quatre. Go with the flow, the vibe. According to him, a sauna sage is someone with an enlightened appreciation for saunas. Or something like that. I think it involves some kind of hammam training? I don't know. Van, knock it off. I know you mean well, but don't go making my potential future customers uncomfortable. Anyway, if you're ever interested in giving this place a try, new guy, you're more than welcome to come back anytime. Right. Thanks. Maybe I will sometime. Should I? I know what's supposed to happen in these sorts of places. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'd have it in me to go to a public bath. It's just, if you grow up with it, I'm sure it's one thing. But nah, my American sensibilities, too prudish. I can't. But where's, oh, I guess there's no, yeah, there's nothing we can report here. No action on those lines. Oh, but here's where it's going down at. Go ahead and see what we got. Oh, and it looks like we got something from our buddy old pal over yonder.
Well, if it isn't Van.
Whoa!
My head is still spinning. So what? We've had the wool pulled over our eyes for going on 3 years now?
They're just hanging out here?
So it seems. Though this revelation coming from who it does is no surprise.
They look a bit schnazzier than Squires, who I assume they are, usually do.
I have to assume the commander, the second in command, and the Archbishop were the only people who knew.
And well, I guess they can discuss this openly. It's not like anybody else would really care about church business.
Damn bald-faced liar. The commander, too. What are we? Total strangers?
I'm very curious to see her side by side with a certain other long red-haired woman. Because seeing her like this, they're very similar, aren't they?
You know what? I'm in the mood for a rematch. It's time to kick her ass for good this time.
You think you can take on Ein Selnate, who I'm assuming she's talking about? That or Scarlet? And not to rain on your parade, but the odds aren't quite stacked in your favor here. Where do the scores stand as of now? 2 wins, 7 losses? 3 wins, 7 losses, excuse you. And it's not staying that way for long. These are the 2 from the Blacklight District. They are dressed rather oddly. Are you guys acquainted? Not particularly. This is the first time we've seen their faces. Barely, if that. What are you doing here, Spriggan? Ah, speak of the devil. Guess that chance at another meeting wasn't too far off. Got too hot under those hoods? Had to take a layer off? Psh, you wish. We were just being careful. Let's just say that we got a complicated relationship with someone who was also there. This is how we dress on a daily basis. Appropriate travel attire, regardless of whether it's by train, airship, or otherwise. It makes them super stand out, though. Oh, right. The Needle Noggin priest I met way back kind of dressed like that, too. You don't look much like your usual traveling priest or sister, you know. There, I will have to agree with you. Don't see what you're laughing about. It's just clothes. So... you don't actually know each other, then? If I were to guess, I would assume you and Van share an acquaintance. You could say that. Needle Noggin Priest? Who the heck is he talking about?
What? You got a problem with us, punk? So you're the Spriggan of the Republic. But personally, I think of you as the dropout of the Conlone School.
Was it her that he was talking about? Old dude from the beginning? I forgot she said that.
Now, Celise. It's not good to pick fights with him when you've only just met. Even if he is a shady piece of human waste from Adios knows where who can't figure out which half of the moral fence he's standing on.
Just met, but you sure got an opinion on me already. Not very fair if you ask me. Don't even know who you two are. Guess we can tell you that much. I'm not pleased personally, but very well. Celise Ortesia. We've heard that. Wait.
I'm Celise. Celise Ortesia.
Ortesia. That sounds like a. Maybe I'm probably conflating it with something else, but that sounds like a city name. Not one that we've been to.
Just think of me as your average wandering priest. Pleased to beat ya, Spriggan.
She's fun. Leon Balthazar.
And I'm Leon Balthazar, also a wandering priest. I've been assigned to support Celise.
So, he's under her.
It is once again a pleasure, fine folks of Arkwright Solutions. Though, quite the heavy displeasure in your boss's case.
I'm guessing Leon really doesn't approve of Spriggan work? Give me a break here. We barely even know each other and you're already baring your teeth at me. Whatever. You guys already know me, so it saves me that part of the intro. But the gist is, I take jobs from anyone, long as they don't cross the line. Even if you two don't like me much, I'll be willing to take a job or two from you. Might even help clear up that nasty impression of me you got. It'll be up to you to prove us wrong. Do appreciate a man that sticks to his principles. Unbunch your panties, Arkwright. We're not here to pick a fight with you. Yet, these guys have future boss fight written all over them. Maybe not a proper one, but definitely we will be fighting them. I thought my heart was gonna beat right out of my chest. Those two are clearly not your average sister and priest. true, but I don't think the part about belonging to the church was a lie. Reminds me of a book I read once. Oh, because I think it's definitely one of the ones that you can get in Cold Steel. Ein features in the one about Toval, I think. Don't quote me on that. I didn't spot a single opening throughout the whole conversation, but they weren't being hostile either. I guess they're okay. All right. So, they are a fun bunch. Hey, Arkwright, did you hear? About what happened 3 years ago. Celise. 3 years ago? Don't tell me that... Didn't say nothing. Don't pay me any mind. There's a lot of things that happened 3 years ago. You're free to speculate amongst yourselves as much as you want, but we won't be providing any further information. Though we are on the same boat, our goals couldn't be further apart. I would, at the very least, appreciate it if you took care not to bring shame upon him. Uh-huh. Gotcha. Something's going on here. Not to bring shame upon him. Interesting. Well, it's definitely, if they're talking about Van's past, then it absolutely isn't something we ever found out about. Underground Fumigation 2. Okay, this is a monster extermination. That's fine. There's still a lingering scent. Yeah. So we'll wait, what? There's a lingering scent still here? It must be, okay, it's probably changed to the thing. Or not. I'm sure that means I'm sure that's now gonna take us to the fight. And that's why it looks like that. Oh. Hey, did you read this month's Buzzraider? I haven't yet, but my friend told me what they wrote about Judith Lanster. At first I was shocked by it, but the more I think about it, maybe it makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, totally. I hear you. Judith Lanster sure is famous, getting people to talk about her as much as they do. I feel like I've been hearing her name come up an awful lot the past couple of days. Well, you're gonna get to know her very well. I know. I wonder if something happened to her. What? I'm feeling a little concerned for her? I suppose so. It's hard not to worry when people are speculating about her so much. Are you a fan of hers, Agnes? I am, but that's not the only reason I'm concerned in this instance. I do kind of wonder what's up. Buzzraider was the name of the magazine they were talking about, was it? Yeah. It's something of a rival to Meld, the place that Dingle works for. Buzzraider's got more of a dicier rep by comparison. Gotta take their stories with a couple grains of salt and then some. But it's always possible those guys managed to actually dig up some sort of scoop about Judith, for better or worse. If you guys are that curious, we can always buy a copy at the bookstore. You can consider it another way to gather intel. You rely on even tabloids to gather your information? Is that really such a good idea? I mean, it's worth it to go digging for a nugget of truth, right? Don't get me wrong. About 90% of what they publish is bullshit, but it ain't smart to write off rags like that altogether either. I just want to know if something happened to her at the very least. Hopefully Buzzraider can explain what. Then let's go ahead and swing by the bookstore later to pick up a copy. Doesn't hurt to check it out. So yes, let's go ahead and see what Buzzraider has to say. And it looks like there's no request here, just that.
Oh yeah, I should read up on that rumor that's been making the rounds. Maybe I'll pick up a copy of Buzzraider while I'm here.
Okay. What's the reminder thing for? Yeah. Once the party bought their copy of Buzzraider, they proceeded to page through its contents outside of the bookstore. Judith Lanster and Maxim the Red Comet madly in love, it says. What? Those two? Maxim, as in Maxim Lugan? He's the Z1 champion, yes? I do recall both of them being single, but is it really worth people getting so worked up about? Yeah, you know what? That celebrity love lives are just the thing people are interested in. We're talking about two big celebrities possibly getting together here. That's reason enough to work people into a frenzy. But I think it's safe to say what's actually in the article that's got people talking. Maxim Lugan has lovers in countless places. Word on the street is that he pays visits to these women while taking his road trips. We at Buzzraider believe that Judith Lancer is one such mistress of his, tricked into becoming one after being fed lies by the race car driver. Wow! They took it from 0 to 100 and then went to 150! Not only are they calling him a serial cheater, but they're also saying that he's like, I don't know, tricked her? That's crazy. Okay, now I see what all the fuss is about. How are they not getting sued for libel? Hey, guys, what's a mistress? That's nothing you should worry about, Fairy. Alright. Agreed. It's hard to take this article seriously with material like this. All they've got to back their claims up is a single photo. The rest of it could absolutely be totally made up bullshit. Which, to be fair, is pretty par for the course for magazines like that, so no surprise there. That's good to know. I can't say I'm otherwise in the habit of reading these sorts of publications often. In any case, whether those two have gotten together or not is their business. It's not our place to comment on. Yeah, I suppose you're right. But if you ask me, I can't see someone like Grimcat hooking up with the likes of him. Yeah, she seemed definitely to be more into your flavor of man, although I wouldn't put it past her to have a whole harem of hot items hanging around her. It sure would be nice if fancy cars really brought that sort of attention to a guy, I'll say that much. Van, oh my gosh, how oblivious can one person be? But we've played through several of these games, so we know the answer is very, extremely, nearly impossibly so. Van? What's the matter? Sorry, got lost in my own thoughts for a sec. Let's get moving. Van is much older than your typical JRPG protagonist, though.
What's next?
Let's see about... So that's all that was here. Will the
head
Satan
over.
District have an actual request for us, or what?
That's fair.
Go ahead and see what we got over yonder. Yes, okay, there is a request here. Ooh, let's check this.
Well...
Orbal net fraud. I've run into something of an annoying problem concerning Orbal net users. I'd like to consult someone who's familiar with this subject. I'll be waiting to the main street in the Satan District. No more sent, which means we're done with inspecting bulletin boards. Alright. I believe I'm qualified to help with the Orbal network-related one. Oh, I'm sure you're more than qualified. Looking forward to seeing you kick ass on the keyboard.
Both of these requests certainly sound intriguing. Hopefully you don't need to turn into the Grendel for them, though.
One can only hope.
Yeah, I doubt they'll be that serious, but before we take on any of them, we have 2 connections that we can do. Let's do our boys. Van went back to the office, bringing Yume upstairs with him. Come on, Yumes, cheer up already. Don't gotta be so mad. I'm not mad. I was just really looking forward to it. The night before the previous work trip... Van, are you going on another work trip? Yep, got some stuff in a city called Basel. Okay, you better behave for Agnes and Fairy, alright? I will, and you be a good girl while I'm gone, Kay? If you behave, I'll bring you back some snacks. Oh, he didn't get her anything. Yay, you promise me? If you do, I promise I'll be a good girl. Yep, that's a promise, Yumes. And he never brought it up even once. It completely slipped my mind with everything that happened back in Basel. I feel awful. I'd feel awful too. It's okay. You must have been really busy. I don't mind, and I can always ask Grandpa for snacks. But still, breaking your promise to people sucks. Nope, she totally minds. If she goes back looking like that, Victor's gonna skin me alive. So I'm guessing Aaron's gonna save the day with some Eastern snacks? Looks like you're getting sent to the doghouse. Aaron, why are you here? It's rude to listen in on people, you know. Yeah, you just need some snacks that are a little different, right? Hold on a sec, I've got just the thing. Aaron left and came back soon after carrying some ingredients. Oh, is he gonna make, what is it, tangulu? Wow, Aaron, you can cook? You gotta learn when you live alone for so long. I don't think I'm as good as your grandpa, but I'm not too shabby either. What you gonna make? Oh, you'll see. It'd be interesting if we got a recipe out of this. Probably not, but... Ooh, that looks yummy. What is that, mochi? Or, sweet dumplings? These are manto, right? I've never heard of that in my freaking life. Kinda. Similar, but not the same. Here you go, kiddo. Have a bite. Thanks! It's so sweet! I love it! And there it is! What's the matter? Sweet tooth aching for a bite? I mean, yeah, I'm a little interested. Not like I'm dying to have one or anything, though. Call it academic curiosity, since I'm a professional sweets connoisseur and everything. Alright, just shut up and try one. Your excuses are embarrassing. Don't mind if I do! What the? Such subtle sweetness inside this round package, and the buttery smooth texture from the filling reminds me of red bean paste. And is that egg? It's sweetest at its center, yet it also has the slightest hint of sourness to balance it out too. So many flavors all compacted together. It's sublime! Eating this warms my very soul! I knew letting you have one was a bad idea. It's so sweet and smooth and yummy! The dough's kneaded with honey, and the eggs got their seasoning before getting mixed in. The filling's hawthorn mixed with crystal sugar. Hawthorn? Like the wood? Gives it some nice variety, both in texture and sweetness. That's also what gives it the nice acidity. So what do manto look like in real life? Manto. Oh! Wait, they're Chinese. And, pork buns? Are pork buns Chinese? Because if manto is the bread that goes to pork buns, then not only have I had these before, but it's the only part that I ate. I really don't, it turns out I actually really just don't like the taste of pork belly. But that bread was actually divine. I completely agree with Van. Damn, look at you hiding these secret cooking talents behind the punk facade. I don't get what you guys are talking about, but you're amazing, Aaron. Hell yeah, I am. That's all you need to know about me. Hey, can I share them with Mommy and Grandpa? I want them to try too. Sure, there's plenty to go around. Better eat them while they're still hot. Yay! Okay, I'll be back. Yume hoisted the plate of sweets up and took off, beaming. Thanks for that, kid. You saved my hide. Damn straight I did. You owe me for that, Chief. Yeah, I know. But you seriously caught me off guard. Didn't think you'd know your way around a kitchen. Well, I don't make sweet stuff all that often. Compared to how I was growing up, I like savory stuff better now. Where'd you pick this recipe up then? My mom used to make these all the time. She was a theater actress just like me. They were her way of celebrating plays going well. Ah, so it's something to remember his mom by. I liked them a lot. When I was a kid, at least. Huh. Guess acting runs in the family. You got it. She was pretty damn popular back in the day, too. Anybody who knew anything about theater knew who she was. But if they had the sort of technology that we do now, man, I'm telling you, she'd easily be up there with that Phoenix dancer chick from Arkansas. You're really proud of your mom, huh? I mean, how can I not be? She raised my punk ass all by herself for Adios' sake. I didn't have a dad growing up. Mom was the only family I ever had. She's the reason I'm into theater, you know? But she died before I got any good at it. Did she teach you how to make those sweets? Bingo. She taught me right as I started getting into theater. Then I don't think you gotta worry about it. Worry about what? You said they were her way of celebrating her plays being a success, right? So she would only ever make them on really good days, and she shared that with him. Then she obviously taught you because she was already sure you'd succeed as an actor. And you know what? I'd bet you anything she could already see you performing on stage, absolutely killing it. Probably knew from the start that you'd make it. It's what I think anyway. Damn it. Where the hell did that come from? Aaron! Aaron, I've got a package for you! Is it from, for me? What gives? I don't know. This lady on an Orbal bike told me to give it to you. She said it was from Longport. Definitely something from Ashen. She did? More? Hey, that's more Monto. Didn't you just make these? That's weird. There's a few letters, too. I figured you're probably getting lonely up in Edith right about now, so I tried to make these the way your moms used to taste. Make us proud up there. Yours truly, Ashen. P.S. Try not to be a pain in the butt to Van and everyone else there, okay? Hey, hey buddy. Ashen had me taste test these to make sure they'd be up to snuff for you. Keep your chin up and don't stop for nothing. That's what Sei and Wong would want. Sid. Who is Sid? Is that the girl who hangs around with Gambler Jack? Damn it, Ashen. Mind your own business. And what the hell's Sid doing here, acting like he's doing me a favor just for playing taste tester? Who is Sid? Those guys, I swear. I think what they're trying to say is that you still got a family, even if you don't have any blood relatives left. They still really care about you. Yeah. Aw, are you lonely, Aaron? Do you want to play with me? I promise you'll feel all better if you do. Sure, sport. Sounds like fun. What do I do with these, though? I'm just gonna end up getting wasted. Ask Agnes and everyone else to come. Then we can eat them together. Sounds perfect. We'll make a whole party of it. Don't get too carried away, kid. Don't want the neighbors getting mad. Aaron did just as Yume suggested and had the rest of the agency over for a tasty sweets party. Once the impromptu party wrapped up, Van resumed his normal activities.
Guess I owe you one. I'll introduce you to a nice place I just know you'll like, old man.
SCLM chain effect plus 5%. Don't mind if we do. Alright, so next up...
What's next?
Well, definitely we're going to be hanging out with Quatre. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. So of course he would come here. Not impressed by the selection? I'm sure they don't have anything here that they didn't have in Basel. Report, your purchases fit perfectly within your budget. Perfect. Man, having an expert on board really comes in handy when you're out shopping. Thanks, man. We got some nice deals on high-quality equipment here. Don't mention it. As long as I'm working out of your office, the stability of its Orbal network access is really important to me. I was happy to help. If anything, I was surprised by how accommodating you were to everything I asked for. So what, he came in and put down fiber cables or something? Well, Rosette's the software specialist, you're the hardware specialist. I obviously don't have bottomless pockets, so I can't accommodate you for everything, but I trust your judgments on this. What's up? It's just, you're much different than would be expected from someone running a shady business like yours. You barely know me, and taking that into account, I wouldn't expect you to extend such freedom and trust to me. Hey, you're the expert here. I'm not gonna butt in when I'm aware you know better than I do. Arkwright Solutions keeps growing and growing. Y'all have your unique skills, and I'm not about to go wasting them. So, why not take advantage of my employees' knowledge then? I'm inclined to agree when you put it that way. Okay then, let's haul this stuff back to the office. Trust you can handle the installation? Of course. Orbal abnormality detected in the vicinity. I wonder if something happened. An Orbal abnormality? The big screen's gone off. So what, was there a power outage or something? I wonder if it's lost power. No, there's some digital noise still present, so it can't be that. It must be a hardware failure. I'm going to go and speak to the person in charge. Understood. Hold up. I mean, as long as he presents his credentials, I'm sure they'd be happy to let him take a look at it. Quatre went to speak to the store's owner, who was just as perplexed and agreed to let him handle repairing the screen. Yeah, why not? When Adios throws you a bone, you pick it up. Theo, I need a full scan of the building's structure and wiring. Zeros, I need you to sniff out any signs of Orbal leaks and burn-in. Understood. Commencing scan. What are those things? You really couldn't stop yourself from butting in on this one, could ya? Excuse me? Butting in? This is about someone who clearly needs assistance. Someone I can help. Grant's always said that the ultimate goal of the technology and science should be helping people. So, if I have the ability to be of assistance, then I will do everything in my power to help them. Guess no one's gonna fault Professor Hamilton for dreaming big. But you gotta cool it. You ain't one of the 3 disciples. Those are some big, big shoes you're not gonna be able to fill. There ain't enough hours in the day to solve every problem you come across. So that's one of your principles as a Spriggan, is it? Whoa. Not a principle. Call it life experience. Analysis complete, Quatre. Sending data. Thanks, you two. If you're so pressed for time, Van, then you're more than free to leave. I can handle the rest myself. Yeah, Van did seem pretty negative about the whole thing. It's not like Quatre can't handle it. Teenagers. Quatre, Theo, and Zero set about investigating the cause of the malfunction. They searched top to bottom and floor to wall to find the supposed faulty wiring. Well, I'm at a loss. This is more difficult than I anticipated. I was so certain this was a case of cable thermal degradation. Was I wrong? Is the cause something else? You're overthinking this, bud. If you don't intend to offer any actionable solutions, then kindly shut it. Damn, aren't we snippy? Fine, I'll help. Theo scanner is shard-based, yeah? Tell him to do an ultrasound and infrared scan of the area. What? Why? Just give it a try. If I'm right, problem solved. If I'm wrong, you get to launch a snark attack. It's a win-win. I can't imagine what Van's hunch would be. The source of the problem has been identified. Are you for real? Shard search function coming in clutch. Tech's still in its infancy though. There have been a few cases where it couldn't detect a degraded circuit. That came up during one of Marduk's tests a while back, but it looks like luck's on our side today. You got any replacement parts for him? Theo? Commencing search for compatible components. So they had to change up the type of search they were doing? The screen was successfully repaired and Station Street was restored to its usual lively form. Hey! Wait, how does it get itself on the video feed? We literally can't catch a break. Finally get some free time, and then work gobbles it up. My prior assessment was on point, it seems. You really are a strange person. One second you're heckling from the sidelines, the next you're giving me a hand. Any boss worth their salt helps their employees when they're in a bind. What I did wasn't out of the ordinary. Plus, we gotta set up the stuff we bought, so the sooner I can get you back, the better. Come on, let's go. We don't got all day. I still have much to learn. And there's more knowledge to be gained under his tutelage than I expected. I need to make the most of this opportunity. I want to have grown by leaps and bounds by the time I see Gran again. And you know what? Two heads are better than one, as they say. It could be like Quatre, he had his mind on the thing, but Van just happened to come up with the idea first. Van and Quatre returned to the office and installed the parts they purchased. Afterwards, they reunited with the others. All right.
I'll have to whip up the Engadine recipe I learned from Gran.
Engadine, that's how you pronounce it. SCM chain effect plus 5%. All right. Now we're only going to have this space. Whoa, what's... Oh, that's the person that we're looking for, which is cool. What's up, brother man? Hey there. You the one who put that request up? Oh, yes. Then you must be... I believe your request was about some trouble you had on the Orbal net? I'm hardly an expert, but I do have some knowledge of the subject. Would you mind explaining the situation? Yes. Well, in short, I fell for a scam on the Orbal net. One of those net scams, huh? Been a lot of that going around. What is it, a Liberalian prince? Bilked you out of all your hard-earned mira? Phishing is the technical term. Bad faith actors disguise themselves as legitimate sources to fool end users. With how quickly the Orbal net is growing, these threats are one step ahead of common knowledge and security measures. So it falls to the users themselves to stay safe on the net, and many just don't have that awareness yet. It's still a very new thing. Yeah, I can imagine back when, like, 20 years ago when you were using the, if your family just got, like, a home desktop connection, and then somebody sent you an email saying that they wanted money from you, you'd be inclined to just believe them. Now, well, I would like to say that people were more skeptical, but no. The AI takeover has been actually insane. But we don't have to worry about that nightmare that we're living right now. At any rate, I wanted to get some advice from someone more knowledgeable about these things. Will you accept my request? Yeah, why not? Let's help a guy out. Sure, we'll take it. Care to fill us in? Of course. Let's go somewhere we can talk. Yeah, let's hear what happened. Let's help our buddy out. Did it have to be in this back alley? Was it that sensitive? Oh, so have you talked to the police about it? Since you got scammed? Was he doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing? Oh, no, it's just well, you got your reason, sounds like. No worries. Yes, I ask for your utmost secrecy regarding what I'm about to tell you. Don't you worry, we take our clients' privacy very seriously here at Arkwright Solutions. Well, you see? Now... Oh, this is just so pathetic. I can't even spit it out. Man, stop beating around the bush. I won't know how to help if I don't know what the problem is. Screw it. So, I use my work terminal to look up swimsuit models. Whoa. That's like party foul, dude. Like the hot ones. Oh, Goddess Almighty, just kill me! Yeah. Oh, wow. That is embarrassing. Yeah. Hot swimsuits? Like, on fire? Am I misunderstanding? Don't think too hard on it, okay, Fairy? I think I understand where this is going, but please, there's no need to shout. I'm sorry. I think I get where this is going, though. Carry on? So, a few days later, I got this message from the website. They said they had my browsing history, and that I had to pay to keep it private. I didn't see anything on that site implying I needed to pay, so I just sent the mirror immediately. I couldn't bear to risk having my reputation tarnished. Yeah. Bro was horny on main. I thought that would be the end of it, but then another few days passed, and they messaged me again. Yeah, you just ripped the band-aid off. They said they wanted even more mirror this time, or they'd leak my browsing history and all my private information too. I see. That's awful. They're gonna dox him? Well, I mean, he's already proved he would pony up, so of course they would keep coming back to shake the piggy bank a bit more. As a consultant, my reputation is paramount. I need to maintain a clean and professional image. Oh, yeah, okay, this would put him in the poorhouse if it got out. Well, yeah, they hit pay dirt with this guy. I can't have my browsing history floating around on the net, much less my private info. I'd be done for. And that's why you couldn't bring this to the police or the guild? Yes, my entire career is in jeopardy because of one stupid mistake. I'm pathetic. That's the thing with those scams. You gotta just ignore them. How? So, it's like one or two people doing these usually. And these guys know they're full of shit, but they figure some of their victims don't. They just blast these requests out to anybody they can find, hoping that somebody falls for it. Ain't that the truth? That's why the scams are always so badly executed. Because if you think some random lady from a far off country is really aggressively hitting you up for no reason, literally will not leave you alone, then they know that you're an easy target. Because you're falling for the dumbest thing ever. Once they get a bite, they zero in hard on anybody who replies and ignore everyone else. That's how these things work. Oh, then I can just ignore it going forward? Well, now I'm sure the docs thing, because what if literally at the end of this conversation, we just got the mission all clear? There's no way. Nah, it ain't that easy now that you took the bait. You already gave him some mirror. And that let him know you fell for it. They know you're willing to pay to keep that info secret, and that you care about your rep. You're exactly the kind of guy they want. Now that they know that, they want to milk you for all you're worth. They're gonna hound you. You cut them off and they might actually leak your shit. Oh no! You're surprisingly knowledgeable about these kinds of scams. Well, he spent like a day on the Orbal internet. You get inoculated against that type of BS pretty quick. Especially like the one thing, oh my gosh, you never forget the first time you get taken advantage of online. Following somebody into the wilderness on RuneScape kills the innocence right out of you real quick. Yeah, I dealt with a case like this before. Right. Anyway, those are my two Mira. You can keep giving them money or you can ignore them. It's your call. I can't do that, obviously. I suppose I'll just have to give in to their demands. Then it will literally never stop. And they're not just gonna stop. You're gonna keep sending them more and more money? Ideally, we would just apprehend the criminals here, but they could be literally anybody. Can we really do that? I mean, can you really track down a criminal hiding on the Orbal network? Well, it would depend on how well they hide their identity, but it probably wouldn't be impossible. Really? Then please get them for me. Are you okay with that, Van? Go nuts. You're the expert here. If we can track them down, then let's go for it. Roger. All right. May I borrow the terminal they contacted you on? Here it is. I use this terminal for work. Damn, pretty cushy job if they're handing out gadgets like this. Yeah, that was a bit easy. Is something the matter? Think about what you just did for a second. Oh, wait. He just immediately was going to hand over his terminal with his entire career and life over to us. He literally just met us like 10 minutes ago. Your mobile terminal is like a collection of all your personal data, and you just handed it to me, a stranger, without a moment's hesitation. You're very lax with your data, and that can get you into trouble, especially since this doubles as your work terminal. Well, that's a good point. Now, obviously I have no intention of stealing your data, but it helps to be more cautious on the net. It's best to store your personal info separately from your work terminal, along with anything else you don't want other people to see. That does make sense. If I may go ahead and do that real quick. I have this note terminal that I also use for work. That should do. Alright, cool. We're teaching this man about cybersecurity, one painful lesson at a time. There, that should be good. I leave the rest to you. Okay, you've still got your history on here. Good. Now if I just do a reverse search on the sender of this message... Did you find something? Yep, I can see it all. Let's hear it. It looks like the criminal was using a mobile terminal themselves to contact you. I doubt it's a brand machine. It's most likely a cheap knockoff. These operations don't tend to be very sophisticated. And sure enough, they made absolutely no attempt to mask their identity. I can trace them right now. Are you able to find out where they are? I believe so. It might help if I explain how these network signals work. Mobile terminals transmit their own broadcast signals, but being so small, they're limited in their scope and strength. So there's like, what, a local satellite that they bounce off of, and we can use that to triangulate their point? As a result, they have to pass through a server, which amplifies and distributes their information across longer distances. If two terminals are close enough, however, it's more efficient to communicate directly with each other than to use the server as a middleman. I see. So the terminals switch signals based on distance? Yes, there are two different signal terminals we'll use, and they switch between the two on the fly for convenience. And because I can see this transmission came from a server, I know that the scammer was some distance away. This server gives us a general idea of where the scammer was at the time, but of course there's no guarantee they're still there. Oh, alright. Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century over here. That's where we are at this point. So we have a range, but no specifics. Not enough to sniff the guy out. But you sound like you've got something else up your sleeve. I might. Just going off his history, that's as close as I can get it. But of course we can always just contact the scammer again. Oh-ho! Have them send another message so we can get closer to where they're at right this moment. And if we can get a direct link to the scammer's terminal, we'll know we're close by. So we call them back and figure out where their signal is coming from. Yes, just they would need to be in direct signal range in order for us to pinpoint them. I can see that the previous message came from the Riverside server. Let's head there first. The subway station should do as a starting point. Alright, gang, let's go hunt down a fraudster. We'll keep you posted on what we find, okay? We'll use that note terminal you've got there. Once we find the guy, you're gonna want to haul ass over there. Of course. Thank you so much.
Time to start working.
Yeah. All right.
What's next?
Let's go ahead, hop over to Riverside. Now, who's in Riverside scamming? Ready then? Yes, ready whenever you are. All right, send in now. And now we wait. Actually, what did you write in the message? Made a point of being real vague with them. But I basically said that I didn't have all the money and asked if they'd settle for a bit less. So you made it look like you're at least willing to pay. That would compel them to reply at least. Well, it wouldn't be good for our plan if they didn't. Wow, that was fast. Nothing to worry about, it looks like. I've got a response on my end too. Looking at the Orbal wave pattern, it's definitely a direct connection. Let me read. The reply is, no, won't budge on the price, not even a single mirror. Ah, your greed is your undoing. They're so greedy. Okay, analysis complete. Did you locate the transmitter? I've got an address. It's west-northwest from our current location. No exact distance, though. We just look at somebody, we send another message, then we look for who starts typing away on their terminal. No, but we got a line, and a whole lot of places along that line where the source is. If we get to trace another line, but from a different direction, then the lines will intersect, pinpointing the exact location of our criminal. Exactly. So yes, we are triangulating them. We should try to aim for as perpendicular a point as we possibly can. Let's send our next transmission from across the river. Wow. But yeah, that's part of being a Spriggan. In order to do your work effectively, you've got to be pretty what is it? It's multi-talented isn't the word I'm looking for. Dang, it's really not coming to my mind. But you have to be very multi-talented, basically. Okay, this looks good. Disciplined? Whatever. I'll shoot him another message then. Wrote, I got all the money ready. Where should I send it to this time? And sent. They're fiending for this. There it is. Well, aren't you quick? They replied quite quickly both times. They really must want to get the Mira. Analysis complete. I pinpointed their location. It's southwest from here, under the bridge across the river. They're literally an under the bridge human, a troll. Alright then, come on y'all, let's close the book on this one. And so we've got, yes, we got our guy right here. Who is, oh, I thought it was the guy in red. This guy, well. So is that our criminal? Most likely, yes. Only one way to find out. Just a little more. Oh, did they do it? Let's see. I changed my mind. I reported this to the police. They're onto you and should be beating down your door at any second. What? No. Calm down. There's no way they can find me. Gonna book it though, just to be safe. Nope, sorry. Might have worked if we didn't know exactly where you were already. You can thank my assistant here for that. Pretty talented, eh? Your security can't measure up to the one at the Institute of Science. Not even close. Wait, who are you? Don't tell me he really did sick the cops on me. We're not police, nor are we bracers. Van here is a Spriggan. Give up. After realizing there was no way to escape, the criminal gave up resisting. We do have him dead to rights. And I guess a citizen's arrest is a thing here? After Oslo arrived, the group began questioning the criminal. You ain't even the big boss there, but some part-timer? That's right. After I sent the boss the full amount, all I got was a tiny paycheck. Even that already ran out. I promise this was my first time doing this. Just because the crime was only committed one time doesn't mean that you're not to blame. Lady's right, kid. That's just a lame excuse. I'm sorry. How much do you know about the organization you were working for? Nothing, I promise. I just got the orders on my phone. They were just using you. Yep, and now he's SOL. Well, our guy here was clearly the one blackmailing you, but he was just the lowest rung on that ladder. Sorry to say, but it doesn't look like you'll be getting your money back. It's alright. I'd already given up on that. Yeah, I'm sure the peace of mind will be literally, the peace of mind to know he's not on the hook anymore will be literally priceless. My biggest concern is what comes after. Yeah, that's the ticket. We caught the blackmailer himself, but the blackmail material is probably still in the hands of whoever hired this kid. We didn't get to the root of the problem, so we can't guarantee they ain't gonna keep coming back for you. But this mook sure ain't gonna get us to the big boss either. Not sure there's much more we can do at this point. Oh, no. Oh no. What should I do then? Well, what's the best move here? I think I need more chaos points. Can always pretend none of it ever happened. How can we do that? You never looked at any weird sights and never had any problem. We can make that the case. Can you really do that? Well, it's up to my assistant here. How about it? Think you can manage? I'm not too happy about it, but if the only people this will affect are criminals, then I suppose I can let it slide. I'll need Rosette's assistance, of course, but it should be doable. Knew I could count on you. Please, that would be great. All right. Let me contact Rosette then. By making use of Marduk's servers, Quatre and Rosette together erased Oslo's former account. After thoroughly erasing all traces of it, the two of them issued Oslo a new account using a backup to preserve the account data. That should solve matters. We can't just erase the data the criminals have on your actions, of course. But by doing this, they shouldn't be able to link it back to you anymore. Fortunately, the only person you made explicit contact with was this blackmailer. Oh, thank goodness! Right, literally, a tech ex machina. Yeah, better be grateful. They did a superb job here. Now, as for you... seems like this really is your first time, so we're gonna sweep your little fun bit of blackmailing under the rug. Assuming you quit your job, that is. Let me say, kid, that you better jump ship now if you're not willing to commit to the criminal lifestyle. If you keep laying with criminals, you'll eventually reach a point where there's no going back. Either pull out now, or you'll get pulled right in. You looking to lose yourself forever in the pitch black depths of the underworld? I'll quit! I don't want any more part in this! I'm sure this must have scared the daylights out of him, literally thinking about how prison would ruin his life. You sure you're not just saying that to get out of this bind? I really mean it! I don't know about the people above me at all. I got recommended in by some guy. He's kind of a recruiter of sorts. Name's Clement. But that's all I know. Please believe me. Fine, but I ain't forgetting you. If I catch you back on your old haunts, you'll get what's coming to you. Got it? Got it. Clement. I should keep that name in mind. Alright, so we've got another multi-section quest line then. Well, that solves this case. It wasn't exactly the most satisfying solution, I'll say. You get that a lot when you're working as a Spriggan. This country's darkness is deep-rooted. It's too deep for anyone. Ain't no way one person or group can just clear it all away. Not the bracers and, hell, not even the government. The Spriggan's job is to take care of those that fall through the cracks. We ain't after fairy tale endings. Can't afford to chase those. Just gotta go for the best ones we can get without compromising our values. Okay, I think I understand. At least a little. It's dawned on me what the purpose of a Spriggan's job is and why you do it, Van. Quatre. That's good. If you figured that much at least, I'd call your training a success. Well, at the end of the day, I need to eat, and that's the real reason I'm working at all. And you had to dash the nice conclusion with that sprinkle of cynicism right at the end. Still, I suppose that's the most Spriggan-like way to tie a ribbon on it. Goodness.
That's
Alright.
one job behind us.
Got him nice and acclimated. 5,500. Oh, that just upped our gray. Oh, shoot. One sec.
Hello, hello. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time.
Oh, I really thought we were going to talk to him earlier. Nah, you're good. What's up, Bramati?
I have a little job for you. Interested?
Sure. Might take us a bit before we can tackle it, but you're free to run your request by us now if you want. Actually, this request comes from a regular of mine. He's in a spot of trouble, you see. He hoped he could discuss it with you personally. Would you be a dear and make time to meet with him? You want me to what now? Come on, man, I'm on a tight schedule here. But, what the hell. I do owe you one for your help in Tharbad, so I can at least hear him out. I'll swing by your place in a sec. I may pose a problem. This is a matter that requires discretion, and my establishment is subject to the prying eyes of the public. They've already picked out a more secluded venue, as it so happens. Can I trouble you to drive there instead? They'll give you a call once you're on the road. In the meantime, let me send you the meeting location. Whoa, where's that? Oh, this is... Good luck, my love. Hugs and kisses. Could someone fill me in on who that was? His name's Bermati. He's an information dealer from Rimaferia, and he runs a cafe and bar down by the river. He's also super knowledgeable about medicine and stuff. He sounds like an interesting person. I ought to get better acquainted with him. So, where are we headed now? We're gonna drive along the capital's third belt expressway. They chose an interesting spot to meet up. I'm pretty damn curious to see who our mystery client is. It'll probably be our last party member. Me too. They've certainly gone to great lengths to conceal where they are and what they're doing. Well, anyway, I believe my training is nearly at an end. As soon as we're ready, let's make our way back to the office and pick up the car. Sounds good to me. Wait, who made you the boss? Kids these days. Well, we should probably get the other two up to speed once we get back. Expressway Route 3 was added to the travel menu. Choosing this will cause the main story to advance. Yep. Alright, and we're actually going to finish out the last optional request. Then we're going to do the last connection event that we can. Then we're going to maybe finish up the intermission. That's all coming next time though, so definitely join me then for more Trails Through Daybreak. Bye for now, guys.